let's stay with the story, but turn to our attention to, I suppose, the difference between the investigations being carried out by this ad hoc committee in Parliament and that being conducted by the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. All of this, of course, on the back of those claims made by Mkhwanazi. We'll also drill into the role of the evidence leader, at least in the parliamentary process. And to help us distill through this distinction, let's bring in our guest. Advocate Emmanuel Netshipise is with us via our video link. And Advocate, thanks for making time to speak to us. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the SABC News Channel. One of the many questions that have been raised by, I suppose, lay people watching these two processes happen simultaneously is what the difference fundamentally is. We know that Parliament has certain powers as envisioned by the Constitution, but the Madlanga Commission is also a judicial inquiry that was established at the behest of the President. I suppose the question becomes, which of these two processes is likely to have any kind of material outcome?
Thank you very much to you, sir, and your viewers. Both the processes, in my view, will have a material outcome. It is just that they differ in terms of their terms of reference. For an example, the terms of reference for the ad hoc committee distinguishes it from the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in that this one, the ad hoc committee, will report its recommendations to the National Assembly, and the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry then will report its recommendations to the President for the decision to be taken. But in terms of leading of evidence, there are similarities in that you will note that the role of the evidence leaders in both inquiries appears to be the same in that it is to gather evidence and interview witnesses before they lead their evidence, and also to assist the witnesses when they testify by structuring and assist them to tender their evidence.
So much has been said about the role of the evidence leader in Parliament, especially yesterday. I saw people suggesting that, he was just posing softball questions to Senzo Mkhunu and wasn't pressing him, at least in the ways in which they would have liked. Help us, I suppose, kind of drill into what role the evidence leader actually has to play. I mean, is their responsibility there to try poke holes in what Senzo Mkhunu has to say, or help him kind of craft his statement?
Maybe what might be confusing is that maybe members of the public might be confused between the role of an evidence leader and the role of a lawyer in a court of law, wherein you will expect that a lawyer might as well cross-examine a witness of the other party. In this case, the starting point is the terms of reference, which strictly limit the role of the evidence leader to the following: to interview the witness before he gives evidence, and to assist the witness in leading his evidence before the committee. So what is expected in pursuing that mandate is that the evidence leader will have read the affidavit of this witness. Then he assists the witness to follow the sequence of the affidavit. And again, if there are clarity-seeking questions, he will assist the witness to reveal evidence to cover those clarity-seeking questions. But in his back of the mind, he does not deny the evidence of the witness, which might prompt him maybe to cross-examine or to put to the witness that what the witness is saying is incorrect, or that the witness is being evasive.
This might be a technicality that might confuse situations, but I'll ask the question anyway. What then becomes the difference between the role of the evidence leader and, for example, Senzo Mkhunu's actual lawyer?
All right. Senzo Mkhunu may be actual lawyer in this particular case. If he were to be given an opportunity, he was going to cross-examine. But when I look into the terms of reference, it appears that Mkhunu is allowed to be represented by lawyers in that they can be in attendance of the inquiry, but the talking is only limited to Mkhunu. But if it was put differently, like in a case of a commission, the Mkhunu's lawyer will be allowed in a commission to cross-examine witnesses who might have implicated him. But in this parliament inquiry, unfortunately, it is Mkhunu who is going to testify, and his lawyers will not be allowed to cross-examine. It is only after, if this inquiry makes a recommendation which implicates him, they will be given an opportunity also to put his side of the story in compliance with the principle of natural justice, that both sides of the story must be heard before an adverse decision is made against anyone.
All right, Advocate Emmanuel Netshipise, a pleasure speaking to you, sir. Thanks very much indeed for helping us, I suppose, get a better understanding of the process as both these hearings continue. That's the Madlanga Commission and Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee.
My pleasure.
Once again, appreciate the time.